429. 429. That's how much money it's going to cost you to buy just 1 gallon of regular gasoline.
It's a spike we haven't seen in years. In fact, 429 ties the record.
Well, Patrick DeHaan from GasBuddy.com joins us now live via Skype from Chicago. We wanted to get to the bottom of all this, and he may have the answer for us. So let's start off with that. Why, Patrick? Why are we seeing 429 here when nobody else is seeing that kind of price across the country?
Well, Brett, I want to joke that the oil companies aren't rich enough yet, but I don't think that would go over well. A lot of the reason for the increase in prices seems to be supply related. Summer gasoline, various refinery outages, all taking an impact here to where gas prices are today. So a lot of this is just production issues, some of which have lingered for several weeks.
Okay, Patrick, we talked a few days before Memorial Day, and you said it wasn't going to get this high.
Yeah, you know, we certainly didn't expect this to happen, but what we're seeing is temporary. By and large, the summer average will not remain above $4 a gallon. In fact, if there's motorists out there freaking out about gas prices going up continuously, well, there's some good news ahead. This is temporary in nature. I would urge people not to rush out and fill your tanks. Prices will come back down. In fact, the less people are rushing the pumps right now, the sooner prices will come back down. Because this is supply related, if folks would reduce the amount of gasoline that they consume, prices would come down quicker. So yes, I didn't expect this to happen, but we should know better. Refineries in prior years have had so many incidents. But like I said, we shouldn't see $4 for much of summer. Outside of the issues that we see like we are seeing now.
And so you're saying staying away will work. We've heard, you know, gas outs and not going and getting gas. If you're saying just get 3 gallons or as much as you need right now, that may work.
It certainly could. If enough people do it, if you stay at home or you stay closer to home or you put off driving to the lake and maybe do it next week, the more people reduce their demand, the shorter that we will see these higher prices. And that's all because this is supply related. The problem is that in some states, folks are lining pumps, waiting for stations to fill up at stations that are cheap. They're filling up their tanks and they're draining the system of gasoline. And that's the problem, is gasoline supply is so tight that when everybody rushes the pump, it's just going to enhance and make the problem worse. So stay away from the pump. Don't fill up with $4 gas if you can avoid it.
Yeah, that's all easier said than done because everybody has to get from here to there at some point in time. And if you hold off today, you don't know the prices are going to be any cheaper next week because there's no guarantee of that. There was no guarantee that it wasn't going to go above $4. And so it's one of these situations that may be a short-term fix that is dubious whether it actually will work or not. What's the long-term fix here? Because we're getting tired of catching it from these oil companies. What do we do long-term? Who do we call? How do we fix this?
Well, you ride the rapid and then you don't have to worry about gas prices, I suppose. But what's going to happen here, gas prices will probably be above $4 a gallon for another week or two. We'll have to see if another refining issue comes up. The only caveat, the only good news is that with these high prices, you have a lot of refineries in other areas of the country seeing how much profit there is here. And they're actually sending a more gasoline supply to the Great Lakes because there's such a huge economic incentive. So a week or two of prices above $4, and for most of the summer, we will return to prices in the mid to upper $3 a gallon range. Sure, $4 is possible again if you see an onslaught of refining issues, but this is temporary. By the end of June, we should see prices back into the mid and upper threes.
But Patrick, I'm talking about long term here. I mean, we can just kind of play the waiting game and hope that prices go down, or maybe there's something that can be done long term here. I mean, is there a way to force more refineries, for example, to be built or do something with the oil companies? Talk to your legislator. What would that be?
Yeah, you know, a lot of it, refinery oversight would play a role. Some of these refineries are planning maintenance for the summer, which is just absolutely crazy to think about, that refineries would be allowed to be taking plants offline during the peak time of year. If you want to talk to your legislator, talk to them about refinery oversight or talk to them about regulations for the government. That's part of the problem too, is refineries have so many different types of gasoline. What you burn in West Michigan is what's different, it's different than what's being burned in Detroit. It's different than what I'm burning here in Chicago. So all of these different regulations and laws make prices worse as well. If all the standards were the same across the United States, it'd be much easier. Prices would not go this high.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much, Patrick DeHaan,
Thanks,
live
Brett.
out of Chicago via Skype. Have a great day.